Welcome to Folklore Journeys. I'm your host, Bernardita, and in today's episode, we're exploring the rich mythology of my birthplace, Chile. From the arid Atacama Desert in the north to the Chile southern archipelagos, Chilean folklore is a fascinating mix of indigenous beliefs, Incan influence, Spanish colonialism, and the unique spirit of Chilean people. Our journey begins in the northern region of Chile, home to the world's driest non-polar desert and a landscape that reminds us of planet Mars. As we dive into these stories, remember the harsh realities that shape them. Mining has long been the lifeblood of this region, and it's no surprise that many of the legends revolve around the miners themselves. Picture yourself walking in the desert at night. Your only company is the countless stars, or so you think, when you see a golden or silver light in the distance. Suddenly, the shape of a majestic bird becomes clear. This is the Alicanto, a bird that shines depending on the ore it feeds on. As such, it becomes a blessing that may lead you to a rich vein of ore or even a hidden treasure. However, it may also become a curse. If the bird notices that a greedy or dishonest person is following, it will purposely disorient or lead them to a cliff. The Alicanto seems to explain the large number of disappearances in the desert, suggesting that those who succumb to greed or dishonesty may meet a mysterious fate under the desert skies. A second animal eats the same precious ores, the Carbunclo. It is described as a small animal shaped like a corn cob and covered with a shell, like an oyster. They live inside deposits and shine due to the gold they carry. It is said that it's really tough to find one, as they move fast and close themselves to look like an ordinary stone when someone finds them. However, catching one will make you rich your whole life. Others look to kill one for the riches it contains inside. Some people say that the Carbunclo throws up a golden ball embedded with gemstones when found. Still, if the person who found it shows themselves as ambitious, it will take it away, eat it, and disappear, leaving the person paralyzed or blind. The Carbunclo seems to symbolize the dangers lurking within the mines, representing the toxic vapors that can lead to illness or even death for unsuspecting miners. Now let's dive deeper into the symbolism behind these intriguing creatures. Both the Alicanto and the Carbunclo serve as metaphors for the virtues and vices of miners. The Alicanto, with its elusive nature, mirrors the rewards bestowed upon those who work with dedication. In contrast, the Carbunclo warns of the dangers of unchecked ambition and greed, leading to ruin in the pursuit of riches. Now, let's move to the central region of Chile, where Mapuche beliefs, Spanish colonialism, and the spirit of the Chilean cowboys, or huasos, come together to shape our stories. Our first stop is the legend of the Calchona, who lived a seemingly ordinary life with her husband and children, hiding her secret life as a witch. Every night, she would sedate her family while she used potions and embarked on her nocturnal escapades as an animal of her choice. However, one night, she forgot to sedate them, so her children imitated her potion taking. After playing a while as foxes, they started crying, as they didn't know how to turn back. The father woke up and figured it out. He turned them back and escaped with their children, not before throwing away all of the potions in a river. When the Calchona came back as a black sheep, she only found some leftovers in a jar, so she could only transform back her face, hands, and hair. Since then, she roams the lands as this mythical creature. When farmers hear a sheep bleating at night, they leave food for her, as she is completely harmless. The legend of the Calchona warns about the consequences of witchcraft and the irresponsible use of magic. It also shows how deception and manipulation can lead to the loss of loved ones. And finally, it highlights the importance of parental responsibility and taking care of children. Our next tale transports us to the serene beauty of Inca Lake, amidst the towering peaks of the Andes. Long before the arrival of the Spanish conquistadors, the Inca prince Iji Yupanqui decided to marry the most beautiful woman in the empire, Princess Corayegui, who had long black hair and emerald eyes. They married on top of Monte Aconcagua to be close to the sun god, said to be the father of all Incans. As the tradition dictated, she had to descend the slopes with her heavy ceremonial robes and gold. However, they were so heavy that she fell down the cliffs, and when the prince found her, she was already dead. Struck with grief, he decided to immortalize her memory by enshrining her to the depths of the lake, where her beauty transformed the water into a shimmering emerald green. To this day, the cries of Iji Yupanqui echoes across the lake, a testament to the enduring power of love. The legend of the Inca Lake serves as an enchanting story that explains the captivating beauty and distinct color of this lake. We keep traveling to the south, to the Chilean archipelago, characterized by its dense forest, misty landscapes, swirling winds, and isolation from the rest of the country. It's safe to say that this place is home of the most Chilean captivating myths and legends, shaped by a fusion of native and Spanish traditions. Our journey begins with the haunting legend of the Caleuche, also known as the ghost ship of Chiloé. This spectral vessel is said to traverse the mist-shrouded channels of the Chilean archipelago, adorned with lights and melodies that captivates the senses. The Caleuche appears fleetingly, often obscured by fog, yet its presence is unmistakable, accompanied by the sounds of revelry and chains. But beware, for the mariners of the Caleuche are not mere mortals. They possess the ability to transform into sea creatures, such as sea lions or dolphins. And the ship itself can vanish at will, taking on the guise of mundane objects to elude prying eyes. Some say that the Caleuche is home of shipwrecked sailors, while others say that it attracts sailors through its music to make them eternal slaves. According to the local lore, encountering the Caleuche demands respect and discretion. Mariners advise against singing, whistling, or causing disturbances while at sea, lest one incur the wrath of the ghostly vessel and face dire consequences. Our next tale brings us to the ethereal realm of the Pincoya, a mesmerizing sea nymph of unparalleled beauty who emerged from the depths, clad in seaweed garments and her golden hair cascading like strands of sunlight. La Pincoya was born from the union of Huentula, a native woman, and Millelobo, a powerful being in charge of the sea, half man and half sea lion. The Pincoya embodies the harmony between land and sea, guiding fishermen with her graceful dances. Legend has it that her movements foretell the abundance or scarcity of marine life, serving as a beacon of hope or warning to those who heed her call. Yet, the Pincoya benevolence extends beyond the realm of prophecy. She is also a guardian of the seas, aiding shipwrecked souls and guiding them to the realm of the Caleuche, where they may find solace and eternal happiness. Both the Caleuche and the Pincoya explain the deep connection that the Chilote people have with the sea. However, they also have other legends related to their life on land. Our journey through the mystical tales of Chile now leads us deep into the forest where dwells the Trauco. The Trauco roams the dense woodlands of Chile and has a short stature of around 80 centimeters or 31 inches. He resembles that of an ogre, with his legs ending in stumps at the ankles devoid of any feet. He carries a twisted staff known as the Pahueldun and a small magical stone axe capable of felling any tree with just 3 strokes. Legend has it that the Trauco possesses a mesmerizing gaze, capable of seducing maidens and infiltrating their dreams, leaving them ensnared and ultimately pregnant. When the Trauco sets its sight on a woman, he visits the maiden in her dreams, appearing as a handsome young man, enchanting her with magical allure. He enters their home disguised as a bundle of Kilineja branches or other household items, waiting until nightfall to claim its victim. The Trauco avoids confrontation with witnesses, but if he is provoked by a man, he can inflict harm through its gaze or breath. He can shatter bones or twist their bodies. There are some options to protect against the Trauco. Some people place a handful of sand on the table before going to sleep, as the Trauco becomes distracted until dawn by counting each grain. There are other methods, such as making oneself filthy, as he doesn't like impurity. The Trauco story serves as a cautionary tale of the mysterious forces that inhabit the island's secluded forest, but is also used as a reason for unexpected pregnancies. Now, we embark on a journey through the sea, to the remote and mysterious land of Easter Island, also known as Rapa Nui, whose myths are influenced by their maritime isolation and their Polynesian heritage. Our first tale delves into the Makemake, the creator deity revered by the Rapa Nui people. In the beginning, there was Makemake, alone in the vast expanse. Sensing the emptiness, he sought companionship. With a gourd filled with water, he glimpsed his reflection. Makemake's shadow danced upon the surface, and he greeted it as a friend. Then a bird landed on his shoulder, startling him. Looking at both reflections, he united them, creating his firstborn son, the Tangatamanu or Birdman. He then endeavored to create a being similar to himself, one who could speak and share in his essence. He tried fertilizing stones to no avail. Then he fertilized the waters, creating the fish. Finally, he fertilized the soil, creating the man. He then drove the Manutara bird to nest on a close islet, giving way to the Tangatamanu competition. To be elected as the next year chief, men competed to bring the first Manutara egg of the season. To do this, they had to climb down a cliff, swim, wait until the egg was laid, and successfully return before anyone else. The legend of Makemake, the creator deity, reveals the Rapa Nui people's belief about the origins of life on their island. This story reflects their reverence for the natural world and the interconnectedness of all living beings. It also underscores the importance of tradition and communal rituals in Rapa Nui society. Our second Rapa Nui story is about the Aku Aku garden spirits, who embody both benevolence and malevolence. These spirits are manifestations of those who transgress sacred laws, and they roam around the island, guarding familial treasures and sacred sites with fervor. Legend tells of their ability to shapeshift, assuming both human and ethereal forms. They traverse the physical and spiritual realms, safeguarding their domains against intruders. Rituals involving the Curanto, a traditional feast, seek to appease the spirits, drawing upon their favor through billowing steam. The Moai Kavakava statues serve as tangible representations of the Aku Aku and are carved from Toromiro wood. Basically, the Aku Aku spirits embody the spiritual beliefs of the Rapa Nui people, serving as protectors of their cultural heritage and ancestral lands. Thank you for listening to Folklore Journeys. Until next time. This has been Bernardita signing off.